Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Dr. Janet Roark. I am a veterinarian in Central Texas, and I am coming live here on Facebook to answer your questions. So, if you are hopping on live, I would love to know where you're from and what essential oil you're using today. I have been really loving my spikenard. So, I don't know if you saw my post earlier this week about, I believe it was Wednesday. I floated a bunch of horse's teeth. And so I used my helichrysum and my spikenard in my lotion, like I always do, to get all the little cuts and scrapes off of my hands and to get them to heal up nicely. And Tina, my cat, just who's not affectionate at all. She's like the most unaffectionate cat. She's just mean. She's kind of a mean cat. She wanted to snuggle with me like all night long and even the next day. So it was really kind of fun to have her like an essential oil so much. They really like spikenard. Cats really like spikenard as a general rule. So again, it's wonderful for calming. It's another really good oil for just overall health and wellness and well-being. And it's related to valerian. It's in the valerian family. And so it's really, really good for kitties who suffer from a little bit of anxiousness or stress in the home, or maybe they're the cause of the stress in the home. It's a really good one for cats that don't get along and all sorts of other things. So that being said, hi Prentice, hi Charlene, hi Pam. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Fargo, North Dakota, using Calmer on my kitties. I love it. Lisa from Illinois is using lavender. If you guys have a question, we're a little bit, you know, it's the time change, so maybe people aren't hopping on like normal. But if you have a question, go ahead and pop it in the chat. I'd love to answer some of those today or over the next few minutes. But I do have a quick announcement that I want to give to everyone. And that's that in the membership, we are doing an exclusive member webinar this Friday at 4 p.m. And that is the truth about pets and cancer, truth about cancer in animals. So the truth about cancer in animals. We're going to be talking about some essential oils to hopefully make lives better and help with palliative care and things like that. Supplements, food, the whole 9 yards. And it's not going to be a super exciting or fun webinar. It's not a very fun topic to talk about. But I really do. The members have asked for it. And so I'm going to be doing it this Friday. If that's something that you would like to join, go ahead and hop on and join the membership for, even if it's just for 1 month, that's okay. Just make sure the auto renew isn't checked and don't get mad at me if you accidentally checked it. Just let us know and we'll fix it. And I would love to have you join. So the monthly membership is only $27. Very, very affordable for over 4 years worth of content. You have access to all of it, even if you just join for a month. For those of you that want to save a little bit of money, pay the annual membership. You end up saving 2 months worth of payments that way. If you end up wanting to stay that long. So definitely worth checking out if that is something that you're dealing with, or you have a friend that might be struggling with that with their animals. It's very hard when an animal has cancer and there's just, we feel so helpless. We feel so helpless. Even us as veterinarians feel helpless sometimes. And so we're going to talk about that. We're just going to have the conversation and talk about some natural things that might be able to support our animals in the process. So awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, Monica has an interesting question, kind of weird. I don't think my dog, 15 years old, 6 pounds, knows she's pooping. Any thoughts? So fecal incontinence is something that does happen in dogs as they get older. And certainly as they develop a little canine cognitive disorder, they can get a little bit of doggy Alzheimer's, basically. And so that's definitely something that can happen. And so it's not weird at all. But what you can do is you can do some oils to support her, a little bit of diluted copaiba or the copaiba touch. If you have some, just kind of like at the base of her skull, might be helpful. Make sure you're not doing too many calming oils, like lavender can actually exacerbate that a little bit, but certainly you can do some copaiba, some of our grounding blend topically, and get a fecal exam by your veterinarian to make sure there isn't anything going on as far as that goes. But definitely some oils to support the nervous system can be really helpful for those guys. Hi, Neil. My friend Neil is here and his cute dog. Brenda has a good question. What oils are bad for dogs? And the oils that I don't recommend using around dogs are tea tree oil, wintergreen, and birch. And Brenda, I have a free thing for you, and that is my pet safety guide. So if you are concerned about using certain oils around your animals, and certainly we talk about brands a little bit in there because not all essential oils are created equally. As we know, there are a lot of them on the market that are adulterated, even from companies that you would think they shouldn't be. And so we talk about that in there. It's a free 17-page guide. It's beautiful. It gives you kind of my top 10 oils that I like using with animals, and oils what not to use, as well as what oils to use. So check that out. It's totally free. Just go to essentialoilvet.com/pet safety. And then you just enter your email and your name, and we'll send you a copy of that. So check that out over there. Back to the comments. Let's see. And certainly Aubrey, we talk about diffusing in there as well. So Aubrey's like, is it okay to diffuse around dogs? So Breathe and OnGuard specifically, or any and all oils, as long as it's not topical on them. So you can use oils topically with animals all the time. I do it all the time. And it just depends on how you just have to dilute them properly. And the same goes with diffusion. Like some animals are more sensitive than others, just like people. Okay. And so you just need to watch your animal and observe their behavior. There are some rules to follow when it comes to diffusion. You want to make sure your diffuser is set on an intermittent setting if that's possible. So 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, that kind of intermittent setting if that's an option. Leave the room door open so your animal can leave if they want. And make sure your diffuser is up and away in an area where they can't knock it over. So those kind of rules, use a water-based diffuser instead of one that pulls directly from the bottle of oil, and that would be fine. And then we're only going to stick with about 3 to 4 drops in your diffuser at a time. So for example, if you wanted to do Breathe and OnGuard, doing 2 drops of Breathe and 2 drops of OnGuard is going to be totally fine for most animals. As long as you leave that room door open, you're going to be totally good. Okay. And definitely check out that, Aubrey, check out that safety guide. We have a whole page just on diffusion. We have a whole page just on cats, and we talk about myths as well, and some of the myths that are out there on the internet about essential oils and animals. It's really good resource, totally free to all of you. So definitely check that out. And then of course, if you want to get into a little more deeper things, I do encourage you to join the membership. So that we can talk about very specific things. Yeah. Thank you for doing the webinar on cancer. Patricia says, thank you. Her apprentice says, you're welcome. It is needed. It's my least favorite topic to talk about. It's just really near and dear to my heart. I hate cancer. I actually hate cancer probably more than the average person. So let's see. All right. Victoria says, is it a small wood sliver treated like a human in an equine? Well, it depends on how small it is, and you can certainly pull it out just like you would with a person. And then certainly use some oils to help help promote a healthy inflammatory response. So something like frankincense or copaiba. You can use a little bit of oils to help make sure that there's that skin stays healthy. Like you can use even a little bit of clove on there to help make sure that it doesn't get irritated and red. Sylvia says, I just got Manuka. Is that okay for cats? I don't use it topically with cats very often. And certainly you can diffuse it as long as you follow those diffusion guidelines we just talked about. and that are in the pet safety guide. All right. Okay, Pam Ann says thoughts on waiting to spay until after the first heat. Puppy is large, 7 months old. We actually talk about this quite a bit in the membership group, so definitely check that out if you want more information. But there's a lot of controversy on that, and I do recommend you just talk to your veterinarian. Some people do. There is some research showing that it is good to wait, especially in large breed dogs, until they're past their first heat, to help long term. And there's certainly others that say wait until they're a year old. There's others that say wait until they're 2 years old. And this is also true with male dogs. So I'm a big proponent of waiting as long as you can for that. So, but I do recommend spaying at some point. So definitely large 7-month-old, wait until after their first heat. I'd recommend it until they're after a year old for sure. And a lot of it depends on your ability to make sure that the dog is not is contained and on a leash when she goes into heat, as well as your ability to kind of manage that. And so and your willingness to be able to handle all the hormones, because there are some hormones involved. So use your oils, lots of oils for you and the dog, and you can do it, I promise. Pam, joint health for horses over 30 years old. Really, horses over 10 years old need some joint health, but 30 years old for sure. That's amazing that a horse is living that long. But glucosamine supplementation, MSM, their Smart Pack has a really good, joint supplement for senior horses. That's really good. As far as oils go, I really like our massage blend, frankincense, copaiba internally. You can do turmeric internally as well as peppermint. You can also topically use things like Siberian fir, lemongrass, and and uh, um, and our you can also use the rub. So what is that? The soothing blend. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like the generic term for it without actually saying the name of it. Sharon, what oils will calm a dog during fireworks? I actually have like an awesome little 10-minute video about this, Sharon, that we go into. Lots of things that you can do to help prepare your dog if you know fireworks are going to happen. And those include things like making sure you take your dog for a walk beforehand, make sure your pet has a safe place to hide, a comfy kennel. Spotify actually has playlists for dogs. Practice some training during the fireworks to kind of proactively distract your animal. Make sure your dog's leash and collar are on or harness, even if anytime you go outside, even if you have a fenced in yard. Make sure you can they have a super fun toy or maybe like popsicles or something to chew on, and then lots and lots of oils. So as far as oils for fireworks, you can diffuse, or you can use oils topically, things like our calming blend or restful blend, copaiba, lavender, vetiver, spikenard, petitgrain, Roman chamomile. All of these are excellent calming oils that can really, really help during these, stressful times. So I do have a fireworks diffuser blend that's 2 drops each of Serenity, copaiba, lavender, and vetiver. It's tried and true, and really, really helpful. So, all right. That's a good one to end on, but let me see if there's any more questions. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, guys, that is a good one to end on. So just a reminder, if you do want to join the membership group, you can head over to essentialoilvet.com/members. That one is, where is my link to that? There we go. I got a little ticker there. That one is, you'll want to join before Friday so you can hop on the webinar live. You actually have a chance to ask questions after the webinar typically. Plus I have a Q&A in there every Sunday at 6 p.m. and I do answer 100% of the questions in there. So if you didn't get your question answered, be sure to join the membership group. It's really, really awesome. We have some really incredible people in there, including my people in my network of certified animal aromatherapists, which you can actually see who's in that over at essentialoilvet.com/consult. So definitely grab that free pet safety guide if you don't have it yet. And hopefully I'll see you in the membership group on Friday for the truth about cancer in animals at 4 p.m. Central Time. All right. Bye, everybody.